Real quick. Welcome to our Breakfast Club call. It is Thursday, March the 2nd, 2023. My name is Pamela Pacheco, and I have the absolute honor, pleasure, and privilege of being your host. If you are just joining us for the first time, welcome home. And if you are coming back again, welcome back. I remember when I first started entrepreneurship and I started taking it seriously almost a decade ago, I was looking forward to these type of calls in the morning. And not only was I looking forward to these type of calls for the information I was going to receive and the access, but more so than anything, the inspiration, because I've always been very mindful that how you start the day sets the tone for your day. And garbage in is garbage out. Greatness in is greatness out. So kudos to each and every single one of you guys that are on the call, setting the tone for your day. So I know if you were on here from the beginning, you're like, oh, she had 50 Cent going on. If you were on at Playbook, type a 1 in the chat. And if you have an idea why I just was playing 50 Cent, I get money, let me know why, right? Let me know why I put that. Yes, 50-50 square, Tiffany, that's right. Awesome. So shout out 50-50 square, Mitchie, top of the morning. Yes, ma'am. I love it. Yes. So I'm going to talk about, we're not going to get into necessarily doing a full recap of the event because we've had calls all week recapping. And if you did not tune in to the Team Synergy training on Tuesday, make sure you tune in. I will go ahead and send that replay so that you guys have it, because each and every single promotion, each and every single thing that we did is something that is not only going to be beneficial for our businesses, right, but going to be beneficial for our lives if we take advantage of it. I just sent that recap. And Suhani, if you could put that in the chat for me, please. Thank you so much. And I think that Dee Dee just put it in the chat. Appreciate you, Delicia. So tune into that so you can watch the recap. This call today is really going to be about what were some of my favorite takeaways from this weekend that just passed. And also, not only what were some of my takeaways, but what I have been doing immediately with the information that I received and how I am going to go about it. Because I will tell you that if there was anything that was absolutely inspirational, was just everything that we have. But the authenticity, the passion, the content that was delivered from stage this weekend, the energy, right? It's something that if you were not at this event, if you were not at the training, do yourself a favor. Do not do yourself a disservice any longer, and make sure that you're registered for the next event. secretdirectevents.com. I'm going to tell you guys that whether you were sitting in the front of the room, whether you were sitting in the back of the room, there was an energy that had to be experienced. From the moment you walked in there, it felt like home. It felt like something truly special was going on there. And I'm going to tell you, one of my biggest takeaways, yes, everybody's like, absolutely. One of my biggest takeaways this past weekend, was to never underestimate the power of training. Never underestimate the energy experienced in the room. Never underestimate the power of training for a new person, and especially for a guest. And that's kind of why we're going to start talking today, because, I invited a lot of people. I know a lot of people in Atlanta. I invited a lot of people. And from maybe November, I specifically had mentioned to one of my friends that we previously had done business together in the past. Never made money with each other, but we done business together. We always, just kept a great relationship. If you know me, I'm big on relationships. Relationships are everything for me. I have great relationships with people. I'm a strong believer in that, because it's about relationships. I play the long-term game all day, every day. And I remember, in November, he came on board. He reached out to me because he wanted to be He wanted to be a student of mine. He wanted to be a client. He wanted some help with some of his business things. And for one reason or the other, it didn't. But now there's not one person that I talk to for business that I do not bring secret up. Why? Because no matter how much I can help somebody in their business, no matter how much I can help somebody in their life, I understand that we're building community. And for you to build community, if somebody is very big on building community, you cannot build community without currency. And for you to have currency, you need opportunity. And that's what we're here to offer people in secret, that community, that familyship, the access to top of the top. Forget, like, yes, the products are absolutely out of this world, but the access to the community, the access to the people is everything. The energy experience is everything. So long story short, of course, I invited him to training. Well, I invited him to training, and I also invited his fiance. When I'm talking to him, his fiance is in the background. And ladies, if you are in business and if you're ever talking to a man, here is a professional tip, okay? If you're ever talking to a man in business, and especially beautiful women, okay, that we all are on here, powerful women, you always ask, how is your significant other? Even if you do not know that they have a significant other, you automatically assume that, right? You automatically assume that. And if you ever hear a woman in the background, you make sure that you extend that invite to that lady, okay? You say to the queen, however you want to talk about it, but you play chess, never checkers. And I will tell you that it goes a very, 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 very long way, because immediately when I heard her in the background, I was like, oh, is that your wife? He's like, no, it's my girlfriend. I was like, oh, Tara. I said, hi. He's like, oh, such and such. And she came on the line immediately. Why? Because I was already very welcoming, because she saw that I came to her as one queen to the other. It was like, hey, girl, how are you? Oh, my goodness. I'm looking forward to meeting you. I'm looking forward to just, man, you're so beautiful, complimenting her. It was genuine, because that's just genuinely how I am. But immediately I said, hey, I was just talking to Terrion. I want you to come too. What is it? It's a conference we're doing. It's a business conference. She didn't ask any details. She didn't ask anything. I said, I'm going to buy your tickets VIP. I'm going to buy your tickets VIP. Can you block out the entire day Saturday, the entire day Sunday? They said it. I followed up with them a month after that. They said it. Now, did I have other people that I was following up with that flaked on me? That is not, yes. But we're not talking about them, because I want to highlight this story, okay? Because this is a story that's popping. But the beautiful part about this is that they came to the training. They came to the training as guests. They left as agents with a pack registered for training. And the reason being is because I was very intentional about introducing them to people. I was very intentional about showing them the activity that I wanted duplicated. I wanted to celebrate what I wanted duplicated. I wanted to celebrate the small wins. I wanted to introduce them to each and every single person that I could. I introduced them to, if you're taking a guest for the first time to a training event and you are not investing in them to get a VIP ticket, you are playing yourself. And if you can't afford it, cool. I get it. I understand that. No worries. But reason why I tell you is because there's power in the front of the room. There's power in the front of the room. Okay. All of the top leaders, all of the top earners, the money makers, the movers and shakers are sitting in the top of the room, from the executive leadership to the leadership that's in the field. So again, I play chess, never checkers. I'm introducing them to every single person that spoke on stage. I'm introducing them to every single person, right? Why is that? Because again, I understand the power of community, but I also understand how intentional I am in letting them know, so that when they leave there, the level of belief is, yes, I met the billionaire owner of the company. Yes, I met Muzaffar. I had a conversation with him. I met Dr. Kona. I had a conversation with him. Well, my friend is a personal trainer. His girlfriend is in car finance and dealership. They're two bosses, entrepreneurs. Okay. So I made sure to introduce them to the people that I wanted, that I knew that they were going to resonate with. She was absolutely inspired, right? And fired up by Black Mamba. So of course, like, I am making sure as soon as Michelle gets off stage, I'm like, Michelle, I got to introduce you to Michelle. And that's my friend's name. But long story short, the point of the matter is that there's so many people around you. There are so many people in your city. There's so many people all over the place that are praying for an opportunity, that not only are praying for an opportunity, but I'm going to be real with you guys. They're praying for community. They're praying for solid people to be able to do life with. They're praying for solid people to be able to do business with. And what? You're letting the fear hold you back from picking up the phone? Letting the fear? You're assuming that they got it good? Like Eric G said, I think it was Eric G, somebody said from stage, they're getting paid one time. They're getting paid one time. I have no fear. I have no trepidation whatsoever when I am reaching out to anybody, because I don't care how much money you make. I was making a lot of money and I was miserable as I was making a ton of money, but it was misery for me. That was not it at all in corporate America. So I understand that I'm looking for that person that was like me or even worse. And here's when it hit me, guys. Everything, and I'm trying not to get emotional, but here's when it really hit me. And everything that I'm saying is great and it's great information. But what really hit me in my heart was when this young lady, and mind you, I have more of a relationship with her boyfriend and I'm starting to build more of a relationship with her. But what got me was when this young lady leaned over to me and she said, you have no idea that I've been praying for a way out of my career. I've been praying for a way out of this. She said, I just worked 100 hours last week, Pam. I'm tired. And I know God has more for me. I know that there's more for my life. I know that there's no coincidence. And I'm immediately just like in chills. And I got so emotional because I was like, dang, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Like people need what we have. And a lot of times, even myself, I'm hesitant to reach out to more and more people because they seem so good. But social media, it's shell media. People aren't always what they post to be. So do not let somebody's appearance, do not let your own pride, because let's be real, it was my own pride. Do not let your own pride, your own ego rob somebody else of an opportunity of a lifetime. Rob somebody else of their blessing. Because when that girl turned over to me with tears in her eyes, like, man, I just worked 100 weeks. I am so tired. I'm so grateful. I'm just so happy to be here because this is the confirmation that I needed. And I'm on my way transitioning out. This is exactly what I needed. This is exactly what I was praying for. It's powerful in its own way, because at the end of the day, sorry guys, my lighting is doing something crazy here with my son, the sun coming in my window, but shine on me anyhow. But we'll get past that. But the point of the matter was that it just reminded me the power of training. It reminded me that sometimes we overestimate what we can do on our own because of our experience, because of our business acumen, because of our level of leadership. But there is so much power in training. There's so much power in training. And yes, now we are even more incentivized to bring people to training because it's our own training system. Like type a 1 in the chat if that was by far one of the best training experiences for you, because Lord knows for me, that was one of, I think that's been my best event in secret yet. Yes, for sure, Michelle. Yes, the best event in secret yet. Absolutely, absolutely. And it's very, very interesting. Yes, my favorite training yet too, Andrew. Absolutely, by far, absolutely. Dewey Wagwan Mijana, right? Absolutely, I feel the same exact way. And it was so powerful because you just felt an energy. It was vibrating in the room. It was like this energy, the energy was vibrating within each and every single soul that was there. Yes, everything was very organic from the beginning to the end. And it was absolutely spectacular. But people, invite people to training. Invite people to training, invite people to training. I'm going to tell you, it's not about us. It's really about we. And when we realize the opportunity that we have our hands on, there is the stories from the stage that people resonate with, right? But let me tell you what them stories did. It gave belief. It gave belief to the people. It gives belief. See, we were just at a secret social last night and I was telling Michelle Taylor, okay, Black Mamba, right? If you enjoyed Black Mamba's session as much as I did, type a 1 in the chat. She was absolutely incredible. Okay, let's see if that works better. Anyhow, guess not. But anyway, yes, I told her this last night. I said, you know what? It was something beautiful that you did on stage. because it was not so much, yes, the content and the delivery. This is not going to work for me. The content and the delivery was absolutely incredible. The energy was absolutely phenomenal, but it was also something that was very impressive, that it was a wake-up call. It was a reminder for a lot of us of what it looks like. The fact that a blue diamond is outworking a platinum, the fact that a blue diamond is outworking a new age, and the fact that blue diamonds are doing what needs to be done, leading from the front, it did something to us. It reminded us of this is what it looks like, but it also gave the person a belief level that you can just be yourself. You can be the best version of you. And that's what I love. Like, we're going to get paid billions of dollars to be the best versions of ourselves for a living. And that's so much power, that there's more power than what we realize in this community with that. Because, like, how many people can say that you get paid to be yourself for a living? You get paid to be yourself for a living. I'm gonna tell you, when I was at the bank, it wasn't like that. It was not like that. I had to be in a 3-piece suit. And if I sounded some type of way, I remember my boss having conversations with me, like, see if you could tone down your accent. I remember one time I came home, like, crying to my mom, like, Mom, they asked me to tone down my accent. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean, Mom? Like, what does, I was, and it was one of those times that I was just like, I ain't gonna be here a long time. I can't wait to call in. I can't wait to call in. Well, I ain't coming back, Jack. Right. And I did that. But long story short, I remember that you could not be yourself. I remember that you could not be yourself. You could not be who you wanted to be, who God created you to be. And we have that here. It's so, so special. And Black Mamba taught us the system. You know, she taught us of what it looks like. And it's interesting because I'm out doing presentations, and I used to take pictures all the time and just like sneak pictures in sometimes. But now I'm getting back to that. I'm getting back to showing the work, and I'm getting back. Like, I created a folder called receipts on my phone. Like, I'm putting in all of the receipts, like, and every single day since we left training, I have been meeting with at least one person in person and one person on Zoom. Right? That is every single day. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to sleep without at least showing people every single day, because that's what it looks like. Be very clear on what your goals look like for coming out of training. Be very clear on what it is that you want. Be very clear, like, write down, okay, this is what I want. And if you want, let's say you want ruby, you want diamond, right? And I'm going to tell you guys, I was like, okay, I want diamond. And I understand that takes 80,000 left, 80,000 right. Okay, well, the first goal is going 50-50 squared. Now, if you have no idea what 50-50 squared means, cool. I'm going to assume you were not at training and you didn't watch any of the recaps. But just to have a refresher, okay, 50 squared means you have 50 people on your left team, 50 people on your right team that are all 50-50 qualified. What does 50-50 qualified mean? It means that you have an active club secret membership for $50 every single month as an active club secret member, and you have a $50 or more subscribe and save every single month, or you're purchasing $50 in products every single month on auto ship, okay? Which is the same thing as subscribe and save. But that's what 50-50 squared means. You have 50 of them on your left, 50 of them on your right, okay? Yes, exactly. With at least 50 QV, okay? As long as they have 50 QV or more, it doesn't matter. But that's 50-50 qualified. Now, 50-50 squared, the power of this is that you're getting $1,000 residual baseline. I want you to type a 1 in the chat if you had $1,000 coming in every single month extra that you ain't have to do nothing for. How would that make your life better? Would that take a little stress off of you? Would that make your kid's life a little easier? Yes, yes, yes. It was that part for me. Yes, Michelle, me too. Me too, Michelle. Now I'm going to tell you why. And here's the reality. For you to make $1,000 residually a month, do you know what that takes? Do you know how much money you would have to invest in that? right? I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. So if you're talking about $1,000 baseline residual, that should be everybody's goal on this call. Now, everybody is going about things different. Me, for one, I am a top seller kind of girl. I love talking about the pro pack, the power pack, and our packs. Why is that? Because I am a seller by trade. I'm a banker. I am a saleswoman, okay? And I wear that hat proudly. I never want to shortchange somebody of the experience that I had. Now, am I knocking anything that anybody else is doing? No. But for me, okay, what works best for me is saying, hey, I got in with a $2,000 pro pack. Why? Because when I asked my sponsors, true story, I asked Josh and Kia, hey, what are the top movers and moneymakers doing here? What does that look like? Because I had no clue about Secret. I was trusting them. Okay. They said they got started with the pro pack. I said, what y'all got started with? A pro pack. I said, cool, me too, because I want to play with the pros play. So when you're dealing with professionals, I want to play with the pros play. I made over $8,000 in my first 8 weeks. Had I done that, if I wouldn't have not gone pro, maybe not, maybe so. But this is my story. So I'm sharing that. Now, somebody tells me, hey, Pam, because this is how the conversations are going. Hey, Pam, well, that doesn't fit my budget. Okay, well, we have also a power pack, and the power behind the power pack is that it has the most powerful products in our nutrition. It has the most powerful products in our skincare, the most powerful products in our travel community. And what's the most powerful thing behind our power pack is that you get access. And if you don't want that, if you want to just get with our preview pack, I don't even like to call it preview pack, to be honest with y'all, right? I call it the entry level. I want you to feel that you're coming in at an entry level. Yes, I do. I want you to feel that you're coming in at a basic level. I do. And you know what? Call that dysfunctionally read or not. I'm just sharing my truth. I want you to feel it's an entry level pack. Why? Because you got a little bit of skin in the game. But I also want you to understand that if you want to play where the pros play, I play with the pros, baby. This is what a professional pack looks like. I'm owning my story and I'm owning my truth. And what I ask of each and every single one of you on here is that when you're having conversations about the presentation, and it's like the men sometimes are a little, less hesitant to ask for the money. But ladies, it is time to put in our big girl pants on and have no hesitation when you're asking for the money, and have no hesitation to say, hey, are you ready to get started with the pro pack? Are you ready to get started with the power pack? Which pack am I putting you in for? Like, that is my close. Which pack am I putting you in for? The pro, the power, or the starter? The starter pack. Yes. And here's another cool thing too. I got somebody that came in at the starter pack, but we had BOGO. Here's why it justified it. Because I got them registered. When my new person that I just got started, I got them registered for training. I got them in with a preview pack. Okay. I got them registered for April 15th, SRT. And I also got them registered for Freedom Academy in July. So do you think it justified them only coming in with a starter pack? Absolutely. But here's the mindset now, because I planted the seed of all of the value with the professional pack. Okay. They're going to upgrade. Yes. Did you know that you could upgrade? Did you know that if somebody upgrades, within their first 4 weeks of becoming an agent, they can still get 2 more vacations if they upgrade to the pro pack? Did you know that? Because if you didn't know, now you know. Okay. So they already have the mindset of upgrading. Why do you think they have that mindset of upgrading? Here's number one, because that's what I led with. That's what I shared my story that I got started with. Okay. Number 2, they have also that mindset. You know why? Because they were at training. and they saw the value in our travel. Like they saw the value in all of the trips. They were like, what? We get access to that? Yeah, you get 3 of those. You get 3 of those getaways. Like, oh my goodness, you saw that chilling at sea cruise? Yeah, that's for free. $50, 50, okay? If you get access to it immediately. But again, you bring people to the training from stage, they're going to justify the sale. They're going to justify the investment in their business and in their life. Because when they're investing in secret, when they're investing in trainings, they're not only investing in products, they're investing in their life. And it's like, do you have that mindset when you're talking to people that this is the best decision that they can make for their life? Do you have that mindset? Do you know how hard it is for somebody to make $1,000 residual? Like, do you know how hard that is? Do you know that the average person in America right now, their home is being foreclosed on, or they're on the verge of bankruptcy? It's 1 of 3 things. Okay, and you can look this up. It's all facts. It's 1 of 3 things. The average person in America can stop homelessness, can stop foreclosure on their mortgage, okay, foreclosure on their home, or can pay another bill, right? Can help their kids, can help their communities be less impoverished if they're making only an extra $300 to $500 a month. $300 to $500 a month. And we have the access to just put people in position to make $1,000. Now, I'm going to continue the conversation, right? So got somebody started, they're coming in they came in with the preview pack. What does it look like next? Okay, cool. We got them registered for training. Awesome. Now we're going to make their list. Like Michelle said, you have a very small window. You got a very small window. And it's like, if that person tells you, listen, I can't do something right now, you got to be respectful. Like, I know the people I'm dealing with, they're in sales. So what happens end of the month, especially if you're in finance and cards, like it's hectic. I know that because I was in sales for a very long time. So I respect it. I said, cool. So March 1st is on. Cool. I'm calling you. Set this in your calendar. Set this appointment reminder, right? If you didn't know, on Google Calendar, you can give access to people to your calendar so they can see what your calendar looks like. Because when I say that my calendar looks like my Bible, if it's in there, it's law, because I don't cancel, they're going to see like it's my calendar is like my second Bible. They're going to see how everything looks there. Like I schedule even conversations with my siblings. I schedule every single thing, like everything is scheduled on there, right? So give people access to that. So cool. All right. Well, what does your list look like? All right, cool. Who can we call right now? She already sent me her list when we were at training. Why? Because she saw people from stage. I said, cool. Who can we call right now? Who can we call right now? And here's her and I's conversation on the phone. And if you don't know this, right, this is called a phone dump. This is called a phone dump. And it's not because she was incapable of inviting. I just wanted her to see what a phone dump invite looks like. And it went a little like this. Let's say Michelle is calling her friend Denise. She's going to call Denise and be like, hey, Denise, I know this is super random. Are you free really quick? Yes. Listen, I'm here talking to one of my mentors and we're working on a huge project and we were having a conversation and your name came up. Here she goes. She's not asking for permission. She's telling her. Why? Because from the immediate moment somebody gets started, I am teaching them how to be a leader because everybody has that in them. And I'm bringing that out. First quarter. Here she goes. Cool. I get on the phone. Hey, Denise, listen, I was talking to Michelle and I know this is random, but the reason why your name came up in the conversation because I asked her if she knows any powerful, outgoing, sharp women that love to have fun and love to build and like to impact lives. Love to have fun and love to impact lives. She said, it's you. Is that true? She said, it's you. Is that true? What do you think Denise said? Yes, that is me. Absolutely. Awesome, awesome. I know Michelle would never leave me wrong because she spoke so highly of you. So listen, I'm only going to be in town for the next 24 to 48 hours. Would you be able to meet up in person for coffee for 10 to 15 minutes? What works best, Starbucks or Panera? So what did I do there? I took the pressure off of the new person, because now the pressure ain't on you. You just saw me invite for you. I took the pressure off of her, but I also taught her what it looks like to help get a new person started that has some type of fear in inviting, because I'm going to eliminate that fear, because fear means nothing more than false evidence appearing real. And it can tell you forget everything and run. We're gonna tell you face everything and rise. And baby, we facing everything and rising over here. So I'm gonna eliminate that fear. But immediately I'm like, cool, awesome. Then when she was like, oh, Starbucks works better, that's next to my job, I said, cool, morning or afternoon. So what I'm doing there, Starbucks or Panera, that is called a closed-ended question. Why? Because if you tell somebody, are you available? What do you think they're gonna say? No. When are you free? Never very. February 30th. Yeah, some of y'all get that on the way out. Okay, but no. What works better, morning or afternoon? What works best, 1 or 3 p.m.? What works best, Starbucks or Panera? It's called closed-ended alternating responses. Okay, now you're able to, exactly, you only got 2 options, baby, and none of them is no. None of them is I can't. None of them is I'm not available, because I'm very, very intentional about what it is that I want to create. Okay, cool. Zoom, perfect. Oh, Panera Bread doesn't work for you? Okay, you rather Zoom instead of person? All right, cool. 10 to 15 minutes. What works best, morning or afternoon? Because I know what my goal is. I set my intentions before the call. I already know what my plan is. You understand? So that's what that looks like. So now that we got the inviting right away, out of the way, now we're showing people, right? Now we're getting in the trenches with people. And something that I highly recommend is keep it so simple. Keep it simple so that the new person can say, hey, you know what? I could do this. Oh, that's easy. That's cake. I could do that. That's not a problem. Because the truth of the matter is that people want to be led. People want to be led. If you enjoyed Haya from stage, absolutely amazing. Make sure that you guys are following them on social media. I'm going to put in their social media handles really, really quick, but it was absolutely amazing. It's called Raising Global Leaders. Raising Global Leaders. It's absolutely incredible what we're doing with them. The more experience that we have with the Ben Shabbat family, we realize that, man, it's such a blessing to be where we're at with who we're at and where we're going with who we're going. So it's taking advantage of each and every single aspect of that. But when we are having these conversations with people, it's like, it's setting the intentions, but it's also showing the brand new person, like, look, this is how it's going to go. And I have no problem in telling somebody, you're going to give up on yourself before I give up on you. I just want you to know that you have somebody else now that cares about your goals, that cares about retiring you, that cares that you don't have to work 100 hours anymore, that cares about the goals that you have, that cares about helping you build residual income, that cares about helping you create residual memories with the people that you love. But when you tell somebody that and you're looking at them in the eye, make sure that you mean that. Make sure that you mean it wholeheartedly, because people are going to call your bluff. But the best way to wake up a person is congratulations on the growth of your team. Like, I'm about to plug in 2 people today. As soon as I do, I'm going to congratulate the new person that I just got started on Sunday. Congratulations on the growth of your team. They're going to be like, what that is? What that mean? Congratulations on the growth of your team. Congratulations on the growth of your team. Everybody needs to get that text. Congratulations on the growth of your team, because they want to know that you're not waiting on them either to do something. Yes, you showed them a system. Yes, you showed them what's possible. Yes, you're able to help them. Yes, you're able to help them get their goals, but make sure you're getting your goals too. Make sure that you're staying consistent too. Make sure that you're doing what you have to do each and every single step of the way as well. And I'm going to tell you, not every presentation is created the same. It's interesting because yesterday I was talking to AON and we tag team, and I love being able to build with my brothers and my sisters. It's such absolutely amazing. But AON and Josh Valentine, we actually tag team my cousin yesterday at a lunch presentation. And typically, guys, let me tell you something. I'd never recommend doing lunch presentations. It is not sustainable when you are building, okay? Because if you're thinking about doing 100 lunch presentations and you're spending, like, do the math, okay? That is not, it's not profitable. But I did that specifically because it was a big meeting. This was somebody that is a super connector. My cousin has been somebody that has always supported me in all of my endeavors. We've always mutually supported each other. He has community events. I always do stuff, like, always to support. We always support each other. And he's been very turned off by network marketing in the past. So I needed to come at him from a different approach, from a different community. But I love being able to just have a conversation. See, not every conversation, not every presentation, you're going to have to bring out the laptop. See, I love being able to share the Ben Shabbat story. I love the fact that Josh was able to speak about the entire history from when he got there and took him to the entire Ben Shabbat story, because we didn't have to bring out the laptop, because truth be told, people want to know, can I do this? Are you going to help me? And is this real? And a man or a woman can look at you in your eyes and know that with every fiber in the being, know that wholeheartedly. So it's understanding who your prospect is and how you're going to go about the presentation. That is key, because if all we would have done is pull out a laptop, that meeting would have been dead. That meeting would have been a no-go. But instead, it was very productive, right? I love that AON was able to relate to him. They both were able to relate to him for different reasons, but I leverage people's strengths. AON was a counselor. AON was a party promoter. He speaks the language. He knows exactly what it looks like, exactly what it feels like. He knows a lot of the mutual people that my cousin didn't even know that he knew, but I knew that. So again, I'm playing chess with who I'm inviting out to my meetings, right? I needed him to also learn, Josh, why I needed him to see the caliber of people that we have access to, who we're working with, because he's seen Jay a little bit more. But now that Josh is in Tampa, I need him to know the access to real family men that he's going to have, the access to real people that he's going to have, the vision. And different people can come at explaining the vision a lot different. Different people, and especially I got one good cop, one bad cop, and they interchanged, but it worked perfect. So again, understanding that when you are setting up these appointments, you're asking you know your prospect, you feel out the conversation. And that don't mean your girl didn't have her laptop and her iPad in her bag ready to pull it out if I needed to, but I had to feel it out to understand what my prospect, to understand what that meeting was like. Another meeting, the laptop came out, the iPad came out. Why? Because it was intentional. I said, yeah, I got something I got to show you. I know we spoke about it before, but let's have lunch and I could show you exactly what we have our hands on. So guess what? The iPad came out. So you have to interchangeably know what works best. What works best for your prospect? What works best for you? And my invite is this. Hey guys. Hey Denise, what's up? Listen, I'm working on something really fun and impactful. Can I have 10 to 15 minutes of your time on Zoom? I'm working on something really fun and impactful. I just need 10 to 15 minutes of your time. Let's meet in person or in Zoom. What works best for you? What works best for you? Because if it's somebody here in Tampa, I'm pulling up on you. I'm working on something fun and super impactful. When can we meet up? Morning or afternoon? What works best? Zoom or in person? I'm working on something really fun and impactful. This is fun. This is impactful. This is like, be honest, somebody is like, oh, I'm not getting paid. I don't want to do that to get paid. Cool. Do you want to build schools? Do you want to impact people's lives? Do you want to like, it's fun and impactful. So you can't tell me that. Like, I love that because it's like, somebody's like, shit, I want to know what's fun and impactful. Like, and I'm going to tell y'all how it works. So far, everybody that I've sat down with, it's been positive, right? And I've been 3 for 3. So, but I'm just, that's what's working for me right now. So hopefully it will work for you. But I'm working on something really fun and impactful. And remember, when you're solidifying the appointment, close-ended questions. What works best, morning or afternoon? What works best, in person or Zoom? What works best, Tuesday or Thursday? Don't give people an open-ended question like, are you available? When are you available? February 30th? Like, that's what some people are going to say. So if you want to increase your closing ratio on your appointment setting, make sure that you're switching the verbiage from open-ended to closed-ended. And I will tell you this, that if you've ever been at a place that you're just like, man, I needed that training, or if you just ever been at a place that you're like, I just need more in my life. I don't know what that more looks like, but I just need more in my life. It starts by you helping other people. It starts by you helping other people. A lot of the times what we're looking for that we know is because God placed something in us and we know that it's a light. We know that it's a way. we know that we're supposed to be a vessel. And a lot of times it's not that we're not happy. It's just that we're not living on purpose. We're not executing each and every single day how we know that it needs to be. We're not living life on purpose. And we have such an amazing opportunity in our hands that squandering it would be blasphemy. Squandering it would be an absolute disservice to God, would be an absolute disservice to our Creator, would be an absolute disservice to the world, because everybody needs what we have. Everybody. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you do. I don't care who you are. I don't care what race, what religion, what gender. Everybody needs what we want. So I wanted to share that. That's it. I hope you guys got value from this call. Make sure you're registered for the next event. Get more people registered. secretdirectevents.com. Real quick, if I know we have them all over, but if you are in a city that is not having an SRT and you are thinking of which SRT to go to, I'm gonna tell you right now, Tampa is going to be an experience. We are going to have a world-class event out here in Tampa. And yes, okay, I'm recruiting y'all for Tampa. secretdirectevents.com. We're gonna have a water experience on the Friday, some type of boat, something, or a yacht, something on Saturday. We're gonna have on Friday, on Saturday, immediately following the big shot, the training, we're gonna have a big shot presentation, and we're going to take over a club out here in Tampa. It's Club Play. We're gonna come play at Play. We're also going to, on Sunday, my personal trainer that is world renowned is going to do a free training session for each and every single one of us on Sunday. So it is going to be an amazing experience. Yes, fun and impactful, because that is what we do. But your breakfast has been served this morning. Thank you guys to each and every single one of you. I'm looking forward to this journey. I'm looking forward to this run. If there's any way that I can serve anybody on this call, please do not hesitate to reach out. Commitment always lasts longer in community. Like we always say, I love you guys. Great day and God bless. My pleasure, Sue. Appreciate you guys.